School. I'm your science teacher. We are learning chapter 6 tissues. Now, as what I told you earlier, we have completed plant tissue. Now we are going to start with another type of tissue. It's called animal tissue. Now, in animal tissue, we know animal body, right? It has many types of tissue. It is more complex than plants. How? First of all, animals are mobile, so they can move from one place to another. We breathe, so animals breathe. So basically, they exchange gases, they transport food material from one place to another. We have an excretory system. So it is much more complex than the plant system. So definitely the tissues are also going to be little more complex for the same. So when we breathe, if you see here, we can actually feel the moment of our chest, right? When you inhale or exhale, your chest will go come and out, right? It inhale and exhale. So this is how our lungs expand and contract. So your chest is going to compress and this thing. Now why does this thing happen? This is because of the contraction and relaxation of cells. Basically our cells get contract and relax. Okay. So during breathing, what happens is we inhale oxygen. Now you must be wondering, where does that oxygen go? Will it get absorbed in the lungs? Yes. And then it is diffused into the blood, and the blood transported from one place to another. So everything is it's a good mechanism everywhere, right? So the function of mitochondria we have learned earlier. Blood flows, carries various substance from one part of the body to another, right? For example, the blood carries oxygen and food to all the cells. It also collects waste from all the body and carries them to the liver and kidney for the disposal. So basically, can I say blood and muscles are the example of tissue found in our body? So the first thing what we saw was blood and muscles, right? So on the basis of that, our animal tissue is categorized into four types of tissues: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and nervous tissue. So we are going to learn four types of tissue in animal tissues. So animal tissue is divided into four: epithelial, connective, muscular, and nervous. Can you see here? Epithelial, connective, muscular, and nervous. These are four types of animal tissue. Now let us see the first one, epithelial tissue. Now epithelial tissue, you can see it is found on the covering or protective tissue. Covering. Now you must have seen that our organs and our cavities within the body, it is covered. There is a barrier, right? So epithelium covers most of our organs, cavities, the holes, right? To keep different body systems separate. For example, it keeps the lung separate, it keeps the kidney separate, it keeps the liver separate. So all the outer protective layer of all the organs, right, is made up of epithelial tissue. The skin, the lining of the mouth, our that skin of our animals, lining of the mouth, blood vessels, lung, kidney, they are all made up of epithelial tissue. So all the outer covering is made up of epithelial tissue. Okay. Now epithelial tissue, what is how they are? So they are tightly packed and has a continuous sheet. See the skin. There is no gap in between or there is no cut in between. It is continuous sheet. It is tightly packed. Why? Because it is a protective layer. Second thing, they have only a small amount of cementing material between them, and there is no intercellular space. Definitely this is required, otherwise the skin can penetrate anything into the body and the body get affected. So that is the reason it has a continuous sheet. They are tightly packed, right? There is no intercellular space in between them. I'm talking about epithelial tissue. Obviously, anything entering or leaving the body must cross at least one layer of epithelium, right? So definitely there must be some permeability. Permeability means it allows them to transfer one thing through the skin. So when you, I'm not talking about animal right now, I'm talking about us, that when you apply some cream, you rub it so that it can penetrate into the skin, right? The same thing happen in animals too. As a result, permeability means it allows some certain materials only to go inside, right? For example, if you rub oil, you have to rub a lot to penetrate inside. That also it goes very little. So that is called permeability. Plays an important role in exchange of material and external environment, protect it from exterior environment. Regardless, epithelial is usually separating underlying tissue for extracellular fibrous basement membrane. Okay. Now different epithelia showing different structures. Now even epithelium is divided into many, right? So basically first thing what we are learning is animal tissue. In animal tissue we are learning epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue again it is divided into four: squamous epithelium, stratified squamous, cuboidal epithelial, and columbular epithelial. So the first thing what we are learning is squamous epithelial. Now see, it is found in the blood vessels or lung alveoli, right? Lungs and blood vessels where transportation of certain selective permeable substance. So it is a special kind of tissue which is called squamous epithelium. It is used in certain blood vessels or lung alveoli where transportation of substance occur through a selective permeable membrane only, right? So over such selective permeable, because it do not allow anything to go inside the blood. See, our blood is more sensitive. If something happens to our blood, it goes everywhere in our body, right? And our lungs is also really very important because it exchange gases into our body. So at such place a special tissue is required which is called squamous epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium cell are extremely thin. So how they are? Extremely thin and flat, right? And second thing, they are delicate. Exactly, delicate. Even our esophagus and the mouth are covered with squamous epithelium. The If you open your mouth and you see the inner side where you see the tonsils and the neck, inside neck portion, that was your esophagus and this thing. Those skin layer or those layer are made up of squamous epithelium. Okay. The skin which protects the body is also of squamous epithelium. So all the skin out of skin, it is also squamous epithelium. The skin epithelial cells are arranged in many layers to prevent wear and tear. Wear and tear means it do not easily get rubbed it off, right? It could not remove easily. Even though you rub your hand, your skin will not peel off. That is called wear and tear. Since they are arranged in a patterns of layers, this epithelium is called stratified squamous epithelium. So which one? The layers of the skin is called stratified squamous epithelium. Okay, so another one is stratified squamous. So where do you find this? You find in the skin. Now absorption and secretion occurs, right, at intestine. So over there is one new type of tissue cell we will see is which one, right? There is one more, tall epithelial cells are there, which we call as a column column columnar, that is like pillar like shapes, right? They facilitate the movement across the epithelial, right? Now where do you actually find it? You will find it at respiratory tract. Like over there you can see a hair like projections, right? So that when you glub your cilia, right, or this movement pushes the muscus towards to clear it, right? This epithelial are called columnar epithelium. Which one? Columnar epithelium. Okay. So columnar epithelial, as what I said, is what? The last one. Can you see here? The D, that is found in respiratory tract. It is like beam like structure, right? The size is bigger. Beam, you have seen beam in a house. So such cells you can find out in there. And the last one is cuboidal. Cuboidal epithelium, you can find it in the lining of kidney, salivary glands. Glands is, where is the salivary glands? In our mouth, right? Epithelial cells are often found in the gland cells, okay, and they are special type of cells. So sometimes a portion of epithelial folds inwards and a multicellular gland is formed. So cuboidal epithelium you can find in kidney tubules and in salivary glands. So this is how we learn. We are talking about animal tissue. Animal tissues are of 4 types: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. First which we'll learn is an epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue, again it is divided into 4: squamous epithelium, stratified squamous, cuboidal and columnar. Squamous you can find out in where? You will find out in lungs and blood vessels, right? Second, stratified squamous you find, that is skin. Then intestine and inner lining of intestine you will find out columnar. And last one, kidney and salivary glands you can find out cuboidal. So this is how the first type of tissue we learn in animal. Tomorrow we are going to learn connective tissue, muscular tissue and nervous tissue. With this, tomorrow we will complete our chapter. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much.